Hello, it's August. I'm trying to uh, make a recording of my garden, my vegetable garden in August. The last time I recorded the garden was in early July, so it's been about 4 weeks. Um, there was some setback in the garden. 3 weeks ago, there was a really dry spell, very high temperature, close to 36, 37 degree, and it has done some damage in my garden, especially the zucchini and the cucumber. They have not been very productive. I think it was. I think they went through a lot of stress during the heat wave, and therefore they are sort of in the shock state. I try to revive them by feeding them more water. My mistake during the heat wave 3 weeks ago was that I wasn't give them enough water. I was giving them in the same amount of water as I used to do, and I think that was not enough. And I think I learned a lesson now. In the future, when there is a heat wave, I will increase the amount of water feeding to them. Also, my pea plants are dead. I think it was also because of the heat wave, since they are not very heat tolerant. They went all white, and they have not been very productive. So I took them out, and I planted my cabbage, which I planted them in a container into the ground, because I think during the heat wave, for the next heat wave, the vegetables that are planted in the ground are better in terms of heat resistance than those that are planted in a container. So that's another thing that I learned. Let's take a look at my garden. I'll show you what's new and what's old. As you can see here, I planted my potato in a container because those that I planted in the ground, I had a hard time finding the potato at harvest. I also planted new chard, some kale, that's kale, and chard here, and one carrot here, and fish chard here. The lavenders are all gone. They are all brown and dry up, so lavender season is all over. Here is the zucchini. You can see the zucchini has not been very productive. They are just not producing any fruit anymore. I hope I can turn them around by watering more and more regularly. Here's another zucchini. They are also turning really. They are all not showing any sign of productivity. There are some new flower. I don't know what kind of flower it is. I'll look up in the internet, but it's a new flower. The bee likes to hover around these flowers here. Also there's some new flower here next to my garage here. This is a flower that's planted by my neighbor. According to them, it's something that they took from their trip to Italy. So, but this flower attracts a lot of bees, as you can see. And you can hear the bee buzzing. That's an incredible flower. Here I'm planting some cabbage and zucchini, new zucchini, but the zucchini is being damaged by a snail. And here is the the bean has been very productive. I think they are in their peak right now, and this one is producing a lot of beans. And here you can see there's a sunflower. Sunflower is blooming. Here you can see the cucumber. Cucumber is dying. There's not a lot of cucumber. They are not producing a lot. Here I have a bush bean. The bush bean is very susceptible to snail. I think the next season I will not plant so many bush beans. As you can see here, you see the leaves are all damaged by snail. Here's another. This is a bean, pole beans. I'm planting beans and cucumber together. Here's the cucumber. Here's a pumpkin here, but I'm not seeing any pumpkin. I think I'm not sure why. Maybe it's still early in the season. Let's see if pumpkin comes. Here I've transplanted my cabbage into the ground from container. Here's another pole bean. Here's my cabbage. This cabbage should be doing very well. Here's a kale that I planted on the ground. And originally there were pea planted here, and I took them all out. As you can see, those are the pea. I pulled them out, put them on the floor. This is a new zucchini that I planted on the ground. As I said, planting them on the ground is actually better than in a container. My corn is growing. You can see here the corn here. Here's another pole bean. Here I have some bean and let it climb up to the cherry tree here. This is the corn, and I have some broccoli here. I've been harvesting them, so this is actually the side shoot from the main broccoli that I harvested. Here's a kale. I've been eating them. The tomato is in its peak right now, as you can see. You can see there are a lot of tomatoes. Tomato has been quite successful this year. I've been harvesting them quite a lot. This is my grapes. My grapes is also suffering from heat attack. I hope they survive. I hope they grow more. I think they're growing again. So this is a tomato, you can see. You can see here, tomato has been growing. The apple is maturing, although they're still not ready to be eaten. It's another apple. The apple has been doing okay. I'm quite happy with the apples. And here I have the I'm not sure how you call it in English, raspberry. As you can see, they have been doing very well as usual. Raspberry is one thing that I can count on every year. I don't have to do much on it, and it just produces a lot, as you can see here. But it's still early in the season. You can see the amount of raspberry. It's still quite early in the season. They're not ready yet, they're still red. Some of them are ready and I've been eating them, but there are more to come. So that's all for a tour of my garden. Oh, I've been also eating well, that's all for now. From today, from from the amount of harvest, you can see which one is doing well and which one isn't. I cut some cabbage leaf for making soup. These are the potato, and you can see potatoes are not doing very well. I think I have to learn some more potato planting technique from other people. The tomato is doing okay well. Here is a kale, Swiss chard. I can only cut one. The beans is doing quite okay. Here's the arugula. They grow well in my garden, so I don't plant them. Certainly they are doing very well without any effort from my side. Here is the blackberry. It's also doing very well because it's I seldom have to do anything with them. They just grow and grow every year. So here you can see. Late in the afternoon, I went out to harvest 4 pieces of corns on the same day.